Halloween adventure supports goals of interest. Do you ever find yourself in the middle of April thinking, man, I wish Halloween adventure was open year-round? Me too. We should do it. Screw what Derek says. Halloween adventure year-round forever!
Belphegor, one of the 7 princes of hell, was long thought to be a mere creature of legend. That is until 4 years ago when he started blogging. One of the preeminent bloggers in the world, Belphegor's refreshing outsider take on pop culture and his musings about the underworld have garnered him praise from all corners of the web. Belphegor joins us here tonight on Halloween, the one day of the year when the dark spirits are powerful enough to allow him to walk the earth. To promote his new book, The Best of Belphegor, a collection of essays originally posted on his blog, Belphegor. Those who pre-order the book now can get a special edition bound in human flesh and written in blood. Welcome.
Welcome! Welcome yourself! Thank you, Mortal, for having me on your show.
Well, I really want to thank you, one, for showing us your true form and not using a guise.
I don't need glamour for this.
And I also want to thank you for taking the time. I know this is your one night of your 12th year, so thank you so much for being here.
No problem. I have many different shows I could have chosen to appear on, but I chose this one because I don't have much of a following in Philadelphia. What's up with that, Philadelphia? What's up with that?
An excellent question. Now, hopefully by the end of this interview, you will have felt more of a following.
I hope to have more of a following here in Philadelphia.
So, what got you into blogging in the first place?
Well, I found out that the internet is what we like to call a gateway to more mortal sin.
Oh, sure.
First off, I mean, we already have pornography corner there.
Right.
Then you have basically any YouTube channel.
Yes.
Did you know every second of every day, 48 hours of materials put on YouTube? I learned that on the internet.
You spend a lot of time.
I spend a lot of time on there. We have great Wi-Fi down below. Because, you know, Comcast and Fios. That's us.
So you don't have the same slowdown experiences that we have.
Oh no, it's quite quick. That should be an attractive selling point. We don't really use that a lot, as often as we should. But I found out, I was like, well, to answer your question, I found out, wow, this is a really easy way to get people to come down below. I mean, it starts out very simple, maybe you're chatting on AIM. That's also a sin. And then you're like, oh, you get into a chat room. Those don't really exist anymore. But maybe you're talking to a couple of people. Some of those are us. Those nameless people who send you like illicit photographs, that's us. Exactly. And I said, hey, there's something to this. So I decided to get on the blogging train and blog away.
And now your blog has been very successful, but in addition to tempting people to sin, you also have been doing television reviews. Your reviews of Breaking Bad were incredible.
Yes, thank you so much.
Big fan of them.
I also try to go on like older television shows and kind of review them because a lot of people don't actually watch those anymore. Sure, you can watch them on Netflix, but you can't get the 90s X-Men on Netflix. What's up with that?
It was on there for a while and then it went away.
It was. One of the things I like about the 90s X-Men cartoon is like it was right there on at 11 o'clock, just in time for like all those kids who are watching, you know, Saturday morning cartoons to get into like more PG-13 areas.
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It touched on darker grounds.
Darker grounds, yes.
Wolverine and Jean Grey had there was some sexual tension there.
That's true, but she belonged to Cyclops. You didn't do a very good job of keeping her, did you? She's dead now. Spoiler alert, she's dead.
So, with these reviews, are they to encourage people to sin, or is it just, you know, sort of a creative outlet for you?
Well, the interesting thing about mortals is human choice. You have free choice to do whatever you want. We're kind of like positioned into these positions Because, well, the Lord has a greater plan, apparently. So we don't really have much in the way of rituals. You guys, however, can. We could tempt you into sin, but they're kind of dirty as the soul. If you choose to do it on your own, that's great. Tasty, tasty souls. However, I like, as you said, like my wonderful, wonderful blog. It's been winning awards and winning souls like crazy. I like to, you know, lure you in, just say, hey, here's a pop-up ad. I want you to learn a little bit more about me. Maybe I can learn a little bit about you. And if you read through, you learn something. You learn something a little bit maybe about, like, you know, home cooking, or like Australia, or like maybe like a 90s cartoon or something like that. And then we start getting into like the deep, dark secrets. Well, I'm not gonna, you're gonna have to read my blog system.
Yes,
I'm not just gonna give you deep, arcane, you know, secrets.
right.
You have to read my blog.
Of course.
Belfador.com.
Now, one of the things that I think is really sort of drawn a following is you do kind of gossip a bit about some of the other underworld creatures, the great old ones who are unspeakable names.
Mm-hmm. My favorite person to gossip about is Beelzebub, the Lord of the Flies.
Yes.
Now, he has a couple of different forms, all of them ugly. The big old uggo demon. One of them is this giant, like, rotting corpse on, like, a bunch of different hooks that, like, spans cities and cities. Like, you could put a couple of Philadelphias together and not, you know, like, span how big and tall he is.
Yes.
And then he has a bunch of little flies kind of going around.
Yeah.
Then he has a form just like a regular fly. Still an ugly form, not very creative.
And he's the Lord of all of them, which is not a great title.
It's not a great title. I mean, he didn't have to work very hard for it. He's like, is decaying things taken? Everybody was like, please, only you be able to.
Now, how has he, I mean, surely he must read your blog. How has he responded to this?
Oh, he's still, you know, not really he hasn't actually reached out to me. I'm trying to, like, push the envelope.
Sure.
So, like, every day I have, like, at least one post about him and the things that he has been doing. But he's not even on Twitter. So I tweet a lot more about him on Twitter because he can't really respond.
Now, Satan is very active on Twitter. He just released that jazz album that you did not have favorable reviews of.
No, I think that, like, there's only a couple of different chords, I mean jazz chords, that you can really play with. All of them end up saying, like, they sound the same.
Sure.
All the songs sound the same. So you can only really do so much with that. So I said, okay, well, here is another song that sounds like the exact same song. Like track 1, like, my heart is bleeding black bubbles, is like, it just sounds the same as my tears are like the rain, which is track 7.
Yes.
I didn't like it one bit. Did you listen to it?
I did for this show. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. You know, it was definitely a departure from what you normally you would consider him to do.
You listened to it on the way to work, didn't you?
I did, yes.
That's okay. I listened to it in the shower.
So,
it was awful. It was awful. Don't buy it.
So now, tell us about the book. You know, there is some new material in here. What are some of the things what are some of the old favorites that are in there? What are some of the new things that we can expect to see?
I like making fun of angels because they're silly.
Right.
They didn't have enough, like, gonads to join the rebellion and come down with us. I also make fun of the fair folk. You know, the fair folk. The she, as they're called, or, like, you know, like the kindly ones.
Yes.
Those are elves for you, like, not in the know, alright? They were angels, but they weren't evil enough to go down to hell, so they're, like, in this weird middle ground, which sucks. So, like, that's actually one of my favorite ones, I'm, like, making fun of them. They're like, oh, you're not bad enough, you're not good enough, you're kind of stuck in between.
That's sort of like the purgatory of the angelic.
Exactly. This place sucks, I'm just saying. They're stuck here. They're stuck in Ireland. That also sucks. So I'd like to talk about that a little bit. A dentist and dentist hygienists especially. Don't like that. There's a reason you're more likely to kill yourself if you're a dental hygienist or a dentist than any other profession.
And why is that?
I don't know, you're looking at people's, teeth all day. You're trying to tell them, oh, look, you have to take care of your teeth. And you're like, they're going to fall out anyway. And that crushing despair that comes with each and every visit. You don't just feel that, they do too.
Well, Belfador, before you go, what else do you have planned tonight while you're still here on Earth?
Well, I have until around 12.
Yes.
Oh, also, daylight savings is coming, guys. Fall back, spring ahead, right? So I'm going to go cause some mischief. Maybe I'll tempt some souls. I might go down to South Street and just try to blend in.
I think you're already doing great. Belfador, thank you so much.
Support for People of Interest is brought to you by Philly Improv Theater, Philly's home for comedy. In addition to shows every week of the year, PHIT offers classes in improv, sketch, and stand-up. For more information, visit phillyimprovtheater.com.